All right, guys, welcome back to Rants and Drives. It's your boy, Chris, otherwise as CHIPxHAZARD. And first of all, I want to apologize for the sporadic uploads. That is 110% my fault. And yeah, I'm going to get better at that. I promise I'm going to get better at it. We'll do what we got to do. So if these are not as chopped up and like edited, that's probably why. But we'll be consistent though. We'll be consistent, I swear. So, all right, now that that's out of the way, welcome back. I believe this is episode 4? I don't know. I'm going to stop saying which episode and you'll just see it in the title. How about that? That way we both keep track and we're both on the same page. But yeah, today I just want to take it, let's make it chill. Like, I just want to explain to you guys, like, last episode was like all about affordable cameras and stuff like that, and I just want to explain and like just debunk a bunch of stuff for you guys, because there's been so much crap on the internet for so long that has just slowly just been debunked. Like, it's just not true anymore. So we're just gonna go with those. Cool? Cool. First up, the one that drives me absolutely insane, bonkers, if you will, if that's the terminology you like to use, and that is APS-C, words. Okay, got it. APS-C is inferior to full frame. Newsflash, it's not. It really is not. Like, you can do pretty much anything you could do on an APS-C that you could do on a full frame. Okay? It is just not true. It is not inferior anymore. Back in the day, that it was pretty true. All right? It just wasn't as good in low light. Like, the lenses were just not as good. It just didn't have the support that it has today. Today, that statement just doesn't hold up at all. Like, the XH2S, monster of an APS-C camera. If you're just looking for a flat-out beast of a crop sensor camera, XH2S, monster. I did sell mine, but that's because I prefer a look, which that look to me is full frame and sometimes medium format. Does that make those better? No, absolutely not. If you've ever shot with a medium format camera, you know that they are slugs. They are so slow. So in that way, medium format is 110% inferior. So when it comes to speed and comes to like portability, APS-C has the cake, dude. They freaking win every freaking time on that. Like the little X106 now, super portable, super small. Like, hands down, wins that portability and like form factor case. So when people keep bringing up that, crop sensors just, it's not as good, no, it is not. Don't let these people get inside your head. It is not better. It is a different look. The smaller sensor, here's the main things that really point out that people think look different. When you up the sensor size, it just gives you a wider field of view and more compression. That's it. Like, it used to be a bunch of different things. Now, that's all it does. That's the only difference. And if they tell you that there is a bigger difference, there really is not. I promise. Like, Like, go do more research. You can prove that this has been 110% correct. But yeah. All right. Now that statement is now dead, let's kill the next one. That Sony has a green tint. Yes, I'm a Sony user now, but like, I've had like 7 different Sony cameras. I've also jumped to Canon. I had pretty much every camera. The only ones I haven't had is like the Nikons and stuff like that. Like, I will tell you, back in the day, yes, this statement was 1010% true. There was a green cast on that sucker that you would have to edit off, and it was a nightmare and a half sometimes. It got better, but nowadays, this statement couldn't be any more further from the truth. Like, also, props to Sony. Good job, guys. They went back to the drawing board. They knew that this was an issue, revamped, came back, threw it out. It's gone. Like, I'm so sick of seeing this stupid green tint thing floating around. Like, it's done, guys. Like, now you're just beating a dead horse. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, it's not a thing. So can we move on? Like, I understand some of you guys are like butthurt and really want something to stick against Sony. Like, they don't make perfect cameras. Like, we all know this. There's no perfect camera. But can you just, when something's not there anymore, just let it go. Like, literally let it go. Anyways, moving on. Next is that Nikon are potatoes. I know. Like, back in the day, I say back in the day. This is literally like 5 years ago. It's not that long ago. But, like, let's be honest. Nikon they tried to jump on the mirrorless bandwagon just way freaking too late. Like, let's be honest. It was way too late. And those first cameras were atrocious. The Z6, Z6 II, Z7, Z7 II, they're trash. They're, like, I've messed with those cameras and, like, kind of tested them out a little bit because someone that I was shooting with had one, so I wanted to try it. Naturally so. And it was just awful, dude. It was so slow. And these are full frame cameras. Like, they were just not good. Like, the R5 blew them both out of the water. The R6 blew them out of the water. The A7 IV, not even close, dude. Like, it was bad. They were just potatoes of cameras. They were not fast. The autofocus was trash. Like, they deserved the potato name. Nowadays, again, couldn't be further from the truth. They are monsters of cameras now. Like, the Z9, I will say, is up there with the R3 in autofocus. It's a monster, dude. It's a beast. The Z8, same. It's up there, dude. I've watched so many videos, comparisons, and all of that, done my own research. I haven't tested one because, I don't shoot Nikon, but I just haven't seen the evidence of these being potatoes anymore. Now I just feel like it's like a goofy joke that people throw around every now and then to try and, like, I don't know, dishearten Nikon shooters. I don't know. But I will say, if you're sitting on the Z6 and Z6 II or Z7 and Z7 II, upgrade. You will not regret it. Trust me. The leaps and bounds that they made in tech, they're not even close, dude. Not even close. Like, Nikon has once again become a contender in, like, the camera world. So, just saying, look out. Sorry about that. I missed my turn. Anyways, and we'll end with this one because I just got to the gym and your boy needs to go inside and get a workout in that he's not looking forward to. So, anyways, the last one. And I know they haven't been around to, like, I don't know. They've been around. I don't know what I'm saying. But is Canon. Like, they have been the top dog for so long. And I hate to say it, but, like, I'm kind of glad that they got the chair kicked out from under them. Like, I really am. Because it's time to get off your freaking butt, Canon, and just start innovating again. And doing stuff again. Like, you've been so, like, comfortable with not having to really do much and people just raving over it. Like, I'm low-key, not even low-key, high-key. I'm sick of it. Like, freaking do something new, dude. Like, the R5 Mark II, I'm really excited to test. A buddy of mine has one, Lance. Hopefully he'll let me borrow it so I can just test it out. I just want to see some things. And like, I'm sure it's a great camera, but like, innovation didn't really happen at all. It was just kind of like, oh, thank goodness, or about time. Like, I feel like those aren't good words to have when it's your next big camera release, you know? Like, when you drop a brand new camera, people should be just jaw dropped, floored, like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. I feel like the only reason people are like, I have to have this are C-Log 2 and full-size HDMI. Like, those aren't innovative, dude. Like, those have been around for a long time. Like, they've been there. And I feel like that's just, it just feels lazy. It's like, oh, I guess we'll give them what they've been looking for, move a couple buttons around to make sure it's still kind of functional. But like, other than that, I haven't seen jack squat on this camera, dude. Like, it has been hidden. Nobody really talks about it. Like, on launch day, like, even the R1, that's a flagship, dude. Flagship. Your big boy. The dude that throws all the hands. Like, people just crapped all over that camera, dude. It just did not sit well with a lot of people. And in my opinion, for good reason. Because it's just a cleaned up R3. It's not okay. It's not okay. People are going to be spending their hard-earned money on this. And you just, I don't know, got lazy with it. I don't know what you were thinking, to be honest with you. But it's not what it should be. At all. Like, hold on, let me not hit this car. Accident avoided. I'm just gonna pull through. That was snug, dude. My Jeep's a big boy. Anyways, I'll probably cut that out. But yeah, I don't know. It was just lackluster, for lack of better words. Like, there was just so much potential with the R1 and the R5 Mark II. I feel like, yes, you should be, and there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of, like, things with it that should have been done. Like better autofocus. Like, okay, that should already be a thing. People are expecting you to improve. So when you're like, we have better autofocus, and you're like, yeah, okay, moving on. And, oh, well, we got, better battery life. Okay, great, moving on. We got better overheating. Okay, like, moving on. Like, these are, I just feel like the features they kind of like threw out there as like, these are huge things. Like, they're really not that big of a deal like they should have been. I don't know. The only thing that really like caught my eye was just the it said capturing photos while recording, and like, your iPhone does that, so that's kind of a feature, but like, I'm interested to see how, like, what the quality is on that. Is there a stutter? Will it freeze? All those kind of things. But like, anyways, besides that, I don't know. I'm glad that Canon is not like just sitting back comfortable anymore. Like, you need to move, dude. You were the top dog for so long. You just got lazy up there and just too comfortable. Like, oh, we need new stuff. Like, your customers are throwing thousands of dollars at you. It shouldn't be so difficult to get new features. So, I don't know. I feel like every other company is doing what they can. Like, Fujifilm is just known for APS-C, and they are known for their film simulations. But like, again, they were getting comfortable with it, in my opinion. Like, Real Ace looks good. Like, I think it's a cool, like, everyday film simulation. But now Lumix is out here. They're like, oh, we can do that. You know what? We'll take it a step further. We'll let you customize and build the whole freaking thing from scratch. You like having your LUTs that you customize and built already? Use those. So, like, Fuji, you got a competitor now. Like, you got somebody coming for you. That one thing that you were known for that, everyone loved about you, you got competition, dude. And I'm not going to lie, it looks good. It looks dang good. Like, I haven't tried a Lumix yet, but your boy wants one now. So, I don't know. I'm really happy now that there's just, like, much more competition. Even with Apple, like, Apple hasn't really innovated anything. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm still sitting on the freaking 13 Pro, dude. And honestly, from there, I didn't want to upgrade to the 14 because there wasn't that big. They're like, we got new cameras. And you're like, okay, so? Like, the camera on my 13 Pro is fine. Now it has a little crack in it, but still, I never really used my phone for like super intense like photography or anything like that. I've just seen like a plateau in innovation lately, and it's kind of frustrating because all these companies expect you to still spend your hard-earned money on this stuff, and like no, don't do it. Like, it's not that big of a jump, and they're expecting all this hype and stuff to keep going. Like, even, like, I like to game, and in the video game world, Concord got the plug pulled on it because it sucked. Like, it just wasn't good, and I'm glad. Like, no one should pay money for a mediocre game. Like, I'm waiting for this whole Star Wars game to just freaking plummet. It's trash, dude. You're going to tell me you spent millions of dollars on a video game, developing and all this stuff, and there's that many bugs? Like, what's going on, dude? Like, people should just stop investing in stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people hate on Call of Duty, but to me, it's like nostalgia, and I get to play with my friends and my brothers. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of this stuff just hasn't been innovative lately. And people are telling these corporations and stuff what they want, and it's just not happening. And I feel like it's inexcusable anymore. Like, you guys got billions of dollars in your business. Innovate. We want good products. We want real things. Like, we're sick of just getting by. There's a handful of companies out there, a handful, that I feel like are listening and have been doing a good job at this. Like, they're trying. One of them is what I'm using right now, DJI. I feel like DJI has really been trying to like innovate, do things, and like actually make a difference. Like, just this little mic transmitter is like not the cheapest thing, and like just the mic is $100, and it comes with this whole Osmo Pocket, which I feel like this whole little system is phenomenal. Like, especially when you're just getting into this whole space. Like, and for me, for someone who just like the whole process of like filming and doing all this is, I don't know, recently it's been overwhelming. I've been wanting to get back into it and do more, but this little system like really, really helps. And I appreciate the innovation, like this being able to sync. This little mic by itself records 32-bit float. That's insane. Like, if I really want this audio quality to be like through the roof, I can do that. I can tweak it, I can mess with it. Anything. Like, that's innovation. Like, especially, like, let's be honest, this whole little bundle is $700. Like, under $1,000. Under $900. A whole little kit. The only thing you need extra is SD card to get rolling. That's impressive. That's innovation. That's trying to treat your customers. And they even made this whole thing like interchangeable with their other stuff. That's innovation. that's really pushing the envelope, because you can pick up an Action 4 and sync this mic to it. So if you're doing action sports, but you feel like this camera is too fragile, you got a GoPro-like camera that'll take a beating, and you get good audio quality from it. So like, I don't know, that's innovation to me. Like, that's really trying to push the envelope. And I've never been an Android person, but like these flip phones, I feel like they're getting good, dude. They're getting high quality. They like, I don't know, I just feel like they're making leaps. And when Samsung used to try and make leaps, it would just be buggy to where people didn't use it, but now it's not necessarily the case anymore. So I don't know. I applaud like companies that try. It might fail, sure. It might flop, but you're doing something. You're trying to push the envelope, and I appreciate that. Anyway, that's today's rant. I hope you guys have a freaking awesome day. Your boy's gonna go work out and get all sweaty and whatnot. And you know what? God bless you. I hope today just ends up being one of the best days that you could possibly ever have. On that note, peace.